Dad, could I tell you something?
Sure thing, son. I'm all ears.
Hey everyone. Whoa! Sorry about that. Take two. My name is Speedo. That's my birth given name. That's my Christian name. And I'm an animator and I draw and stuff on the internet. I'd say the first most obvious, the most glaring obvious inspiration is Newgrounds, which I'm still on there. I've known about it since about 2007. I think the first thing I ever saw on Newgrounds was the Street Fighter collab, which is infamous for Stamper's segment where Sea Viper is fucking Guile and she starts vomiting and shitting all over him. That was a pretty good introduction to Newgrounds. But I think it was mainly the skit by the segment by Sprite37 in the Street Fighter collab. That was just this really stupid, it's really dumb, silly little flash animation by him, and he works on Skullgirls now and Bee and Puppycat, but I'm gonna reference his 10-year-old silly Street Fighter animation as my introduction to that whole world of online animation. I guess another one would be, it's quite embarrassing, but in one of my older YouTube accounts, I try to do the whole abridged series thing. So I guess little Karibo does the YuGiOh abridged series, and
hey, are you in there? It's your move. Sorry, Yug. Doing this Brooklyn accent makes it difficult to concentrate on card games.
He started that whole craze in the late 2000s. He would be a pretty major inspiration for wanting to be an online entertainer. Yeah, I don't know, fuck you. In terms of like more TV and film stuff, I think the major one, a major TV show at least, was The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, which I still love. I wish it would come back. A lot of people talk about all the time, they talk about Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, I don't know, Angry Beavers, all these old crazy surreal 90s cartoons, and there's modern cartoons, no good, they're not like that anymore. But I think those people need to check out Flapjack if they haven't, because it's really reminiscent of 90s gross out surreal humor, and probably one of the biggest inspirations for me. In fact, a couple of my older videos, I actually took like a direct audio sample from episodes of Flapjack. They use this horrible scream sound effect for whenever there was like a really detailed gross close-up, and I'd use the exact same audio clip whenever I would do detailed gross close-ups. Another inspiration would be Akira, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum to fucking Flapjack. Is really, I think it really opened my eyes to animation in a different way. And you know, I occasionally gush about how the opening 10 or 15 minutes of Akira is like the most amazing thing to me. Still, I reference it a lot. I referenced it in Bear and Bunny Boo 2 with Neo Happy Land, like Neo Tokyo. But yeah, that movie is just amazing, and it made me want to create things, even if my cartoons are just stupid dick jokes or whatever, and they're not this grand, big, dramatic, theatrical movie. You know, in good time, I'll do that later. I gotta make more cartoons about man with funny dick hanging out. I gotta make those cartoons first, and then I'll move on to Akira style things later. I don't think it's gonna shock anyone if I mention that I'm also inspired by likes of Egoraptor, Oni, Psychic Pebbles, Spaz Kid. Hey, did you know put this on Did You Know Gaming? Did you know I'm an animator on the internet and I'm inspired by Egoraptor? Also anime, Japanese animators. I think one of my favorite Japanese animators, like independent animators, is a guy called Raparu. He's got this really distinctive style. He's the fucking master of effects and explosions I adore how he animates explosions. His color choices are always really, really good. He animates a lot for... I've seen his... I can just tell when I'm watching, like, he does a lot of work in, like, Japanese pop music videos, and I can tell when I see, like, sparkles or explosions or some effects, I can tell when it's him that's animated, because he just has this... I don't know what it is, but it's very distinctive. I think first time I saw his work was in the video Motai Nightland by Kyari Pami Pamu, and there's just like this little animated segment that he did, and it's like, I nutted, fam, because it was so good. I highly recommend.
Yeah. Take that shirt off. Oh, let me see those nipples.
What you doing there, boy?
No, nothing.
And then for artists, for my art, I think the biggest one is like Gashi Gashi. It's very cartoony. Another one I really like is Hyung Tae Kim. I probably pronounced that wrong. I'll probably pronounce a lot of these wrong. He's a Korean artist. He worked on games like Magna Carta, and he did that game recently, Blade and Soul, which was that MMO that everyone got really excited over for a few days because all the girls have incredibly oily thighs, which is a Hyung Tae Kim trademark. All his girls have like really long legs, and they're always very oily. I really love Kino Nishimura, who did a lot of Street Fighter, Capcom art. Raf Chu, Sushio, Sho ND, Mike 9 or Mike 9. Yeah, I think that'll do it for inspirations, because I've taken like 500 years to list out my inspirations. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it'll be fine, dude. Yeah.
What do I enjoy most? I don't really think... I don't really consider myself a voice actor. That's not really... When people ask me what I do, I don't say animator, artist, voice actor. Voice acting is just something that I kind of did out of necessity for a lot of my first cartoons. I just did them because I didn't really know anyone online, and it would save me money that I didn't have. So I just recorded everything by myself on my fucking built-in laptop microphone, and it was the most horrendous, distorted audio ever. Teletubbies! So yeah, I guess, I mean, even though I don't really consider myself a voice actor, I mean, if you're asking me, which process do you enjoy more, voice acting or animating? I'll say voice acting because it's quicker, because animating takes entire life to make 5 seconds of a guy doing a funny dance. But yeah, I guess animating is the real answer. What is the most enjoyable project you worked on? I think a lot of people, including myself, think it's my best video, or at least my funniest video, is the Naruto one, the final episode of Naruto, or whatever I called it. I just had a lot of fun with that. It was actually for a collab, which is in limbo. I was the only person that got my bit done, really, for now at least. And the theme of the collab was to animate your recreation of the final episode of the Naruto anime, because I think at the time, and this was like February, I think, 2014? Wait, no, it wasn't that far back. I don't fucking know when it was. I think November 2014 or something. It was around the time when the last issue of the Naruto manga was released, before Boruto happened. Remember Boruto? Naruto's baby boy? So I didn't even fucking read the last issue of Naruto. I didn't feel like it, I didn't care. So I just animated my own thing. Like, the kid with the hood, the cape on, isn't even like a real Naruto character at all. It's just, I didn't care, and I think that's why it's so good. It's because I had literally no idea about the source material. My biggest inspirations for that video in particular were like Eye of the Spider, videos made entirely by like 9-year-old kids on YouTube, and they're green screening themselves, and the green screen is really horrible looking.
Play Minecraft to cook some raw fish.
Stuff like that. Whole Kid is another one And I guess just like check it out with Steve Rule. I just love deliberately shitty things, deliberately horribly edited things is just really funny to me. I've often thought about if I want to do like future parodies of anime or whatever, to bring back those two kids and just have them be recreating all these animes by themselves, and it's just they're always all wrong and shitty and horrible. I think that might be funny. Maybe, who knows?
Of a spider.
Aside from that, Flash Drive, which was the last video I put out, the music video, it's pretty cheap. It's all just video game references and shit, but that's what I wanted to do, and I just made it fun as possible for myself as I could, and it was a lot of fun to work on. Other than voice acting and animation, what are your hobbies? I don't know. I got nothing. I like making music, but I'm not good at it. I like just laying down melodies and chords and stuff. I've actually like made hundreds of songs, but I've only uploaded like 10 on SoundCloud that I'm particularly proud of. But a lot of the time what I do when I don't feel like animating or drawing, if I'm too tired, is I'll just make music, even if it's just for myself, because I'm a freak. I just think it's fun, but I don't think I'll ever have the patience or gall to learn like proper mixing and mastering and equalization and all that technical side of music production, because it's just, I can't do it. I don't have the stomach for it. Are you currently working on any projects? Yes, I am. I know you just interviewed Ryan Boom Bum, and he mentioned Ross Bollinger, I think is how you pronounce it, Bollinger, his Pencilmation series that he does on YouTube, and I just animated Pencilmation for him. Like, I just finished it like a couple days ago, and I don't know when that'll be out, but it'll be coming soon. I might do more of them in the future, maybe. In terms of stuff from my channel, I don't really know. I do have this kind of thing called Action Emergency Squad, which has been on the back burner for like 3 years. I think I did the first animatic for an episode of Action Emergency Squad back in 2014. And since then it's been back and forth between whether I want to make it a series or whether I want to make it just like a once-off. I think I'll probably stick to making it a one-off, and maybe I'll make a sequel. I don't know when I'm even going to start it again, because I've rewritten the script like 5 times. I've redone the animatic entirely like 3 times. I did the last storyboard at the start of, I think like January 2015 was the last time I did a storyboard for, and then I did YuGiOh instead, and since then I was working on Flash Drive. Yeah, it's been a while. I might revisit it again. I do want it eventually to come out sometime, ever, so hopefully. But as for the next main project that I'm working on right now, it's another music video, but this time it's an official one. It's an official commission video. It is for another musician who I really enjoyed his music. He's a Japanese composer that I've been listening to since 2014, and to have him just like one day just like, hey, you want to animate a video for me? It was pretty crazy. So that's what I'm doing now. It's pretty similar to the Flash Drive in tone. It's about a cute girl doing stuff. I don't know. It might take a while. I really like pretty much just started it now, so it's gonna be a couple months before that comes out, but I can't wait. Advice: just make stuff that makes you happy, which is the most generic advice I could give. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything better for that, but looking back at my old stuff, I don't really acknowledge anything that I made before Bear and Bunny Boo 1. Like, I know every artist and animator, and every artist, like musician, whatever, they always hate their old stuff, or they dislike their old stuff, or they think it's cringy, or it's not funny, or it's not good, not as good quality, stuff like that. But I think I'm beyond that with some of my older stuff from like 2013 and 2012. I legitimately hate my old content. I so despise it. I I think the only video before 2014 that I kind of like is actually the very first video I made, which is Jewish Vampire and Ice, which is a stupid thing that I made in 3 days. But I think the reason why I still like it is because it's kind of charming. In a way, it was just made for my friends to make me and my friends laugh. And I probably failed at that. I don't know if they actually laughed. But you can tell there's a bit of heart in it, maybe, despite it being just vulgar and loud and horrendous. But after that, it's very obvious that I pandered a lot. I bandwagon a lot with a lot of the videos I made afterwards. And I think that's why I just hated a lot of my old stuff anymore. Because I was so trying to be the big cool guy on the internet. I was trying to be a big popular animator. Just make the thing that you want to fucking make. Who cares? Who cares if no one watches it? At least you made it. No one watched my fucking cartoons when I started. And look at me now! I'm mildly popular on the internet. And people will think I'm a furry and that I'm gay. They call me a shithead in the comments sometimes, and they say I'm gay. You could have that too if you just put your mind to your content. I don't know. End the interview. Get out of my fucking house. Get out. Don't come back.
It's over, Johnny. It's over. Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. It wasn't my war. You asked me, I didn't ask you. And I did what I had to do to win, but somebody wouldn't let us win.